Hello class. This video is going to focus on R.4D, which is dividing fractions. The goal of this video is I can divide fractions. You're going to open your packet to page 22 where you will begin to take notes. So dividing fractions and whole numbers. So this is going to be a lot like multiplying fractions. There's just one key thing. So step 1, turn the whole number into a fraction. And remember, to turn a whole number into a fraction, you put the number on top and then a 1 on the bottom. Okay, so number 2, we want to keep the first fraction the same. So keep the first fraction the same. And then we're going to change the division sign into a multiplication sign. And then 4, we're going to flip the second fraction. So flip the second fraction, which means flip the top and bottom. And then we can multiply the fractions. Okay, so for this teacher problem, we're going to turn 3 into a fraction. So that's going to be 3 over 1. We're going to change the division sign to multiplication. I'm going to use the dot for multiplication. I don't like to use the x because in algebra we're going to have variables and we usually use x as a variable. And then we're going to flip 1/3 to 3 over 1. So this one gets flipped. You just put the bottom on the top and the top on the bottom. Okay, then we just multiply. So 3 times 3 is 9. On the bottom, I have 1 times 1, which is 1. And 9 divided by 1 is just going to be 9. So this is my answer, 9. Okay, our next problem, we've got 1/3 divided by 3. So 1/3 is going to stay the same. This number, we're going to flip it. And remember, we make it a fraction by putting a 1 on the bottom. So 3 over 1 is going to become 1 over 3. And then we're going to change the division to multiply. So I have 1/3 times 1/3. So on the top, 1 times 1 is 1. On the bottom, 3 times 3 is 9. So 1/9 is my answer. Okay, the next problem, we have 5 divided by 2 over 5. So again, remember, we can make the 5 into a fraction. So that's 5 over 1. The division sign changes to multiplication. And then the second fraction gets flipped. Oops, no, flipped. So instead of 2 over 5, it's going to be 5 over 2. And then we multiply the top. So 5 times 5 is 25. Multiply the bottom. So 1 times 2 is 2. And that is reduced. So 25 over 2. Okay, next problem, we have 4 divided by 1/4. So we can make 4 a fraction by putting 1 on the bottom. So that's 4 over 1. Change division to times. And then flip 1/4. And that's going to become 4 over 1. And then 4 times 4 on the top is 16. On the bottom, we get 1. So it's just 16. Okay, last one. I'm going to do 1/5. Change division to times. Flip 6 over 1 to 1 over 6. Multiply the tops. 1 times 1 is 1. On the bottom, we got 5 times 6, which is 30. So 1 over 30 is my answer. Okay, that is the end of R.4D. Remember, you need to get at least a 75% or above on the quiz for this video in order to move on to the practice.